we're here with Galea Albano. She's going to talk to us about keeping Broken Arrow beautiful.
Yeah, so as she mentioned, my name is Galea Albano, and for a day job, I work with the City of Broken Arrow as their recycling outreach coordinator. So just letting Broken Arrow residents know how to recycle right and preventing contamination. But it kind of does go hand in hand with my board position with Keep Broken Arrow Beautiful, which we affectionately call KBAB. It's a lot easier to say. So KBAB's mission is to keep Broken Arrow safe, clean, and beautiful. And they do that in a number of ways. And I guess I'll just kind of talk about how I got involved and what they do and why it matters to me and really all of Broken Arrow. So when I started here, we wanted to have a drop-off recycling event in conjunction with a litter cleanup event. And traditionally, Keep Broken Arrow Beautiful has hosted the Trash Bash. And they've been doing that for, I think, 20 years or more, which is an annual litter cleanup. And people who, those Adopt a Mile signs. So that's typically the day that they go out in the spring to go clean their mile, and then other volunteers as well. So we have grown that together, partnering with KBAB and the city. And so Trash Bash kind of went away a little because of COVID reasons, but it was back last year and this year already. Just this past April 9th was our big Trash Bash event and the recycling rally. I'll talk about the recycling rally later, but Trash Bash, there was I think 15 groups, and some of them were really large groups. And I think of those 15 groups, they cleaned up close to 4 tons of trash off of our streets. And we did a focus on a creek cleanup with Tulsa Conservation District. So we got a lot of stuff out of there that would have ended up, in larger bodies of water and just harmful to the environment. So it really does matter to not litter and to clean up the trash, or if you happen to see it, clean it up. You can organize your own cleanup. It doesn't have to be on those big events. There's a thing called plogging where you can run or walk and jog, and at the same time you just have a bag that you put the trash in. Of course, I recommend wearing gloves. Yes. But that is one big way that Keep Broken Arrow Beautiful keeps Broken Arrow beautiful. So keeping the trash up. A big part of the organization is dedicated to roses and the history of roses in Broken Arrow. Are you familiar with that at all?
I've been here for 9 years, so I know a little bit of it, but I love the Rose District.
Yeah, the Rose District. So this year is actually I think the Rose District's 10th anniversary. So they're doing a big festival of festivals, I guess you could call it. Every year, KBAB hosts the Rose Festival, and it's in conjunction with Chalk It Up. So that down there on Main Street in the Rose District, there's a bunch of chalk artists, really cool designs, and from all ages. So like really cute children's art to like really professional portraits, and it's amazing to see that. And then at the same time we have the Rose Festival going on, where you get free rose bracelets, get some information about KBAB, and the goal of that is to raise funds to create the Rose Garden that we have in mind. So the founding of Broken Arrow, or the history of Broken Arrow, every home had a rose, and rose bushes were a big thing. And so we're kind of trying to keep that history alive. And right now, until this weekend, until Monday, Memorial Day, we have a Plant a Rose photos. So that ends on Memorial Day. So if you're watching this afterwards, that's okay. Look out for it next year. But Plant a Rose, you can always post to the KBAB Facebook any rose that you may have dedicated to a family member, a friend, or a veteran. So we have a lot of beautiful rose pictures on our Facebook page right now from neighbors and saying who they've dedicated it to. So, we got the cleaning up the streets. We got the Adopt a Mile that they help manage with the city. That Rose Festival is a really big thing. And then again, the Rose Garden. So in the one of the corners of Central Community Park there's already some acreage set aside for the Rose Garden. And the idea is just to have almost like a miniature botanical garden, a miniature rose-centric gathering place of Broken Arrow. It could never be that huge, of course, and I do recommend going there, even wherever you're from. But it will be a walkthrough with educational signs about what native plants are there, what types of roses they are, some historical plaques, and there's really been a lot of groundwork already, and the acreage is set aside, just still raising funds to implement all those ideas. So that's what the Rose Festival is kind of getting attention for. And if you just ever need to make a charitable donation, you can always consider KBAB, because it would go directly back to the community and community events like that.
Okay, and we'll post about how to do that.
Yeah, definitely.
So when is the Rose Festival?
So Rose Festival is the first weekend that includes October 1st. So I guess that would be September 29th, 30th, and then October 1st. So 29th and 30th are out on a Main Street is the Chalk It Up and Rose Festival, and then the Rose District's 10th anniversary, which is why they're calling it the Festival of Festivals. And then October 1st is actually out at the Events Park, and that's our kites over Broken Arrow, and the kids can come out and get free kites, or make their own kites to decorate them. So it's a really cool community event, kind of in conjunction with the Rose Festival, but that's the ending day is out at the Events Park with a bunch of kites.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
My grandkids would love to do that.
Oh yeah, definitely bring them over. Get a free kite.
Okay. Well, is there anything else we need to know about your program, or how anyone can get involved if they wanted to?
Yeah, so we do have events like that throughout the year where we need some volunteers of all ages. So we need strong, maybe teenage kids to people who are just comfortable greeting and speaking with the public. And there's a whole Rose Committee that you can, if you're really interested in roses and keeping that history alive, my email address to get involved is kbabsocial, KBAB social @gmail.com. You can always send us a message to the Keep Broken Arrow Beautiful Facebook page, and then I believe their Instagram is BA Rose Festival. Okay. So lots of ways to contact us, and of course the website is keepbrokenarrowbeautiful.org.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Anything else you want us to know?
Just a great local nonprofit to support. Really, the cleanliness and safety and beauty of the city affects all of us. So no matter who you are or what your beliefs are, everyone can get behind this particular nonprofit, and that's why I really support it.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Shannon. Yeah, it was fun.
All right. Bye.